They're an actual desktop platform.
All right, guys, let's see what trade we have in today. Oz is watching Twin Peaks over here.
That's right. Highly recommend it.
I remember it from the, well, I guess 1990, right? All right, what do we get in here? Oh, yes, a Wii Classic controller, a couple nunchucks, that's still left over. We got in this, what's this, Xbox One controller? That's a cool color. I like that one. And, let's see, anything down here? Yeah, we got in a Zelda Wii U edition. We have one up there still?
Yeah, we've had one up here for a while.
So we got two. We got a Wii in that says has melted feet. I'm not sure what that means.
The feet melted, Mike. What more is there to say?
And I know we got these things in the other day. We've had these before. Little 8-bit dough. This is Switch controllers. These are tiny. Look how big that is. I mean, my hand there, so you can see how they're very, very tiny. Then we got these little Bluetooth. These are also for the Switch. Little game pads, and we got them in the yellow and what
Teal?
Teal, I guess. Yeah.
What's that behind it, Mike? What is that beauty? Did we talk about
Did
that
we?
already?
I think we might have talked about this, but here I'll show it one more time.
Same to me.
Game Boy, original Game Boy in the box, and this one is a little bit later edition. It's not the Tetris one. I think this one came out in '92 maybe. Now it still has the lady who traded it in bought it brand new, and so she bought it on 8/10/94.
Wow.
And but it, it might have been sitting on the shelf for a year or so, but I think that box came out in like '92 maybe. So it's in good shape. Connor fixed it up for you. And I think really, let's see over here. Oh, you know what? We did get in a couple of new, I don't know if I showed this last time. We got in these new Dreamcast games that are brand new. I'm not sure how do you say that?
Ganryu?
Ganryu.
That name sounds vaguely familiar.
So we got this game in. We got in
Another World.
Another World. I think this one too, Magic
This one too.
Pockets. We got in those three new ones. And we also, Oz told me about, here let's switch spots because it's hard to see over there. Oz told me about a company called
Limited Run Games.
Yeah, so we are going to be a distributor for them.
That's right. The only one in a 30-mile radius.
That's what they told us.
That's how they do
So I'm not sure when the first batch of games is coming through. I'm going to call them up. There's another order I have to make, but it's kind of a slow process. I was telling Oz, and we should be getting them in.
So if there's any limited
I
run
don't know.
games y'all want or are looking forward to, y'all should let us know so we can get on the list for them.
Right. And they email me the list, every week I get a new list. And so they've been around, they told me, for 5 years. When did you first hear about limited run games?
I think I saw them at a convention. I think it was at one of the Let's Play Gaming Expos. in
Is that them?
Arlington.
Let's look at their logo.
Limited
Yeah,
Run.
limited run, that's what they look like.
Click.
So, where did you see them at?
I just saw them at conventions. They didn't really have a storefront or anything at the time, if I recall.
And they just had a booth?
They had, if it wasn't them, it was another like independent video game seller like us that had some of their games. But they had I don't think the Switch was out yet even. But they had like Toe Jam and Earl remasters. They had a bunch of weird ones. Like, who the hell is buying this? Like,
Right.
who's opening them?
Man, I looked through
Now I
their,
want 'em.
their stuff that is in the past what they had, and man, I wish we could get some of that stuff still, because it's some good stuff. That's why they call them limited run. You have to pre-order. Once the pre-order is over, it's it.
Yeah, that's it.
They
All
only.
that's left out in the world.
Yeah, that's the only one. They only make pre-orders, and they don't make more than that. And then they shelve it and never create it again.
So we're gonna try to get as many of those as we can.
Yeah.
But like and subscribe and drop in that comment section what you want to see from Limited Run, if we can get it.
Yeah, so take a look at the website and let us know. All right, Oz, the one question that was on my mind, now, me and Emily were talking about it.
Oh, that wasn't the segment.
No,
All right, here we go.
that was on my mind, or that we were talking about, because, you're our first employee, right?
Correct.
And
First
we
ever,
hired,
y'all.
what?
First ever.
First ever employee. Hired you basically second month we were open. But me and Emily were discussing, she thinks the very first day that we were open, you came in here.
No.
And I told her I thought it was the second day.
I think It was the third day.
So you think it was the third day that we were open that you came in for the first time?
I don't think it was the second. I think I saw y'all. I saw the sign, and I don't know if y'all had a grand opening sign. I just know that I saw the letter work for Player One Video Games. I was like, what is that? And I was just driving my way home from school, taking this 518 on my way, and I was just like, I don't know if I just like missed that I'd seen it before, but it caught my eye, and I was like, there's no way I'm letting this pass. So I stopped by, and it's just you sitting here behind the rinky-dink counter, and Emily was probably over there just like chilling, and a bareness amongst all the walls, and the energy drink's still over there on that counter.
Right, the energy drinks were
Right
were
where the
right,
Retrons are at.
Yeah, right here.
All the
This-
plush, all the keychains were right there. I don't know
Mhm.
if there's still images on our Facebook of the old days. But I was like, I have to walk out of here with something. because I've never seen it. I just want to support it. I haven't seen Super Nintendo games out in the wild like this in years.
And you purchased
I purchased an energy drink every time I came in. I would try to bring somebody new in every
On a
time.
credit card.
On card, so it
Yeah.
cost us money.
right. That's true. How you doing today?
How you going?
You let us know if we can help you. We're just doing a little YouTube here, so we try not to put you on the film if you don't like it.
But I mean, unbeknownst that I was actually losing us money.
a little bit, because I
Yeah.
think on energy drinks, what do we back then we charged $2.99 for
Yeah.
them. But I
And
think that
then-
cost us $2 per
Yeah.
drink.
And then
So
running the credit card machine that
You-
only had one line at the time was going to cost us more too. And so I
And
was like, I'm doing my part.
now you came in for probably 3 days in a row. You would bring somebody new every
I
day.
almost for a week straight.
You brought in Alex.
I
Who
brought
did you
in
bring
Alex.
in? Yeah, I remember you. Who did you bring in first? Do you remember?
I think I brought in.
Sydney?
I think it was Sydney.
I think it was Sydney
An
first.
old friend of mine named Sydney, who's a beautiful comic artist in the Houston area still. And I can't recall who. I think Chris Hemmingson
I don't
might
know.
have been the other. I don't know if you remember any of these people. I feel.
I know you brought Alex, and it might have not been that week.
I know Alex came definitely years later on his own from Fo Yen, and I don't know if he knew I worked here though.
But I know you brought Alex in like the week, sometime the week that you came in. I know you did.
I'll have to check his memory on it.
I know you
But
did.
it was, I brought somebody in, I showed them the works, I bought an energy drink, and I cost us money every time I stopped by.
You bought an energy drink. I
Yeah.
think 2 or 3 days in a row.
I
Right?
had like all of them. We had a Donkey Kong one, a Mario one. We had 2 Dragon Ball Z ones. I don't know if we had Resident Evil at the time, but I would just keep them stacked there. It's just sit on my shelf for no reason.
You didn't drink them.
I think I did.
Eventually, you drank. You
Yeah.
did.
Um,
And then, how did it happen that you got hired here?
I just skipped school one day.
Are you serious? I didn't know that. Oh, I don't
do that,
remember
kids.
that.
Yeah, it was definitely a school day. It was a Monday when I showed up.
You just skipped. You didn't go to school at
I
all.
just didn't feel like going to school. I
Did
was
you?
just like, I was
Did
just
your
like-
parents know though?
Nah.
I didn't know. I don't remember that.
Well, I didn't skip a lot in high school, but this was still during high school, and I was like, I'm just taking a mental health day, and so I think I just went downtown. I think I probably went to the museums, and then I ended up here, and you were stacking games, organizing them, and I was just like, do you need help? And you're like, no, I think I got this. And I was like, okay, well, I won't be here for a while, so if you need help, just let me know. And you're like, okay. And so you just gave me a stack of games to organize out, like alphabetize these. I was like, okay, that's sufficient. That's easy enough. And the store was empty. I don't know if you had any customers that day yet.
Yeah.
It was still, like,
back then.
midday.
We sometimes wouldn't have any customers till 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
The mailman is the only one would see.
And I know school got out for me like at 2:30, so I was definitely here before that time. And I just showed up, and then I helped you organize. I think it was discs, and then the boxes, and I remember it was original Xbox games. And then from there, I don't know what we did with them, but I was like, is there anything else? And I don't know if you asked me to help you like clean stuff, or you waited.
I think it was NES games. We maybe had you help us clean them a little bit.
I remember
Or some cartridge.
I remember
games.
early on there was a Saturday night, and we were watching Saturday Night Live, and I was cleaning Gex 3, and I was like, can I take this home? Because I haven't had a Gex 3 in like 5 years. And you're like, yeah, you can take this home.
That was your
for it."
pay.
Yeah.
Did I order pizza for us?
Maybe.
I think I ordered
It
pizza.
might have been Domino's. I don't know what was around at the time. But that was how I got started. I was here, and you looked helpless.
Yeah, and then we just said, "Oh, what the heck?" Because you would come in, and then just kind of be at the counter and helping us. You say you need some help, and you just grab a stack of stuff.
I wasn't a good clerk at the time.
Yeah, but you remember what let's the last little
I was industrious, but I wasn't social yet.
wasn't social, and I remember this. Here's a little last bit of this, but Emily said once you hire Oz on as a permanent employee, and I went I don't know because it was because of the social part of it.
Oh, I was terrible.
And
at it.
she said, well, he's a good kid. Hey, thanks a lot. And I said, well, might as well.
Yeah.
And then so when you came in, we said, well, would you want to work here?
My eyes just lit up. I was like, oh yeah, hell yeah.
But Emily made you greet the customers, and she said if you.
Oh yeah. She was like, if you're gonna work here, like you gotta know how to talk to people.
and now you were hesitant to greet
Oh,
somebody at the door, right?
Y'all may know me now, but I was such an introvert and nowhere near the social butterfly I am now. But I like it gave me stage fright to be like, hi, welcome. Like I don't, hi, checking them out. Like, do you need anything? I didn't want to do any of that.
No.
I was fine like talking to games and about games, but like anything outside of that realm, I was like, what
Now,
is small talk about?
one other thing if you didn't work here, now you would be just like you are now, probably.
Much more successful and famous.
Yeah, you probably would be more successful if you never came to this
That's
store.
true.
But you think you would have your social anxiety would have lasted longer, or did you get over it? You got over it really quick being here.
I don't know if something like school would have just tempered that out of me.
You think going to college would have got it out of you?
Yeah, because I was still like a very gawky like high school kid at the time. But I think this place gave me a very like safe zone to interact with people and to be knowledgeable about something that I enjoyed, and it definitely
Right.
like helped me hone those skills.
But you would have been now that you
Would I
said.
still be a misanthrope if I didn't work here? I wouldn't say yes. It might have taken a little bit longer.
Maybe a
but
little bit longer. That's
I
it.
don't know.
So it just got you out of their shell quicker.
That's right. Y'all people made me kind.
But if we'd never opened, do you think you'd be in medical school right now, or you'd be a doc?
I'd probably be a professor somewhere.
You'd be a professor.
Maybe enjoying it.
Right.
There's a lot of different alternate universes.
You know
where
what?
I'm
Just think
vibing.
about because Alex started working here,
Yeah.
and we had his. Now Alex, no, we're going on too much here, but well, that's for another day. But Alex,
Uh-huh.
it was his
Coco.
first big spiff order was kind of from us, right?
Oh yeah, we mostly got started because we were here and we had like an audience to kind of play off of. But we started with doing art for people too.
That's true. That's the
Uh,
first thing. That was the
Shout-outs-
first thing.
Shout outs to Graveyard Girl,
Bunny, yeah.
Bunny, who I forgot, she bought some acrylic paintings. I don't know if she bought the watercolors, but she bought like the Mario
Right.
series we had up here like 7-8 years ago.
I wonder if she still has that. That'd be interesting to
hope
ask
so.
her. And she bought an arcade from us.
Yeah,
and
and
stuff.
that was
so.
long ago.
You know what? We'll discuss Spiff. Maybe we'll discuss Spiff another
Yeah.
day that we don't have much trades. That'll be interesting to see the Spiff story.
I'll bring in some drops and we'll have stuff to talk about.
All right,
But I'll plan that.
That'll be good. We'll plan that maybe next month or something.
Yeah.
All right. It'll be a great time.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.